So I was just going to do a quick video about this alert they have issued for a volcanic eruption in Chile. It's this place way out in the middle of nowhere called Biobío. I guess that's how you pronounce that. So I pulled it up. It's way out here. This place called Nevados de Chillán. And it's not a big deal. They're under orange alert. But I was looking around out here and I found something that is just damn strange, for lack of any other term. Now, out here in the middle of, this is actually Argentina, there is this place called Rincón de los Sauces. Now, most people are like, okay, yeah, whatever, it's something sauce. No. Rincón means corner, and sauces means willow in Spanish. Now, if anybody knows anything about willow trees, or willows, they grow near water. And this is one of the driest places on Earth out here. I mean, there is not water anywhere near here. This is the middle of a desert. Why anyone would have named this Rincón de los Sauces, I cannot imagine. Now, when you look around out here, you see something even stranger. Check this out. So you go down here and you see these little dots, right? Well, as you zoom in, and you're thinking, okay, it's buildings or something or whatever, it gets weird. They're not buildings at all. There are these little, just strange squares with some structure right in the middle of them. And you're thinking, okay, well, it's mining or it's some kind of an industrial thing. All right, that might be. But when you look around and you zoom out, what you see is they have gridded this entire desert out into these perfect little squares. And it goes on for hundreds of miles. They have cut these almost what looks like a perfect grid into this desert out here with all of these roads. And in some places, there's literally nothing out here. Why they would need all of these perfect, exact perfect squares out in the middle of, literally the middle of nowhere. I mean, this is way, 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 way out. And when you see these, and then you see these strange, there's another one up here to the north of this ridge that's even bigger. Look at this. I was thinking, is it a solar farm? If so, what's it powering? But it doesn't look like solar panels. It's just really, really flippin' strange. Because you zoom in on one of them, and there's always something out, one little thing out in the middle. And like I said, I hope there's just a reasonable explanation for this. You know, and gridding something like this, I get. You know, if you got a whole bunch of things out there that you want to get to. But when you span out, they've got roads cut. Like they have major plans for this desert. Like something's going to be built out here, something large. Okay, let me see if I can get my bearings back here. Okay, here's Rincón de los Sauces. That's the thing, willow. Willow corner. Why would you name a dry as a bone desert after a tree that grows right next to water? And then, like I said, you don't see it until you zoom way in. It's faint, and it's almost impossible to get to pick up on the camera. But it's cut. There's these lines that have been cut out here into the middle of nowhere. And I can see, like, okay, if there were buildings every so often, like over here. But it's almost like they found something here, or that they're looking for something, maybe. And you can zoom in, and you can see, when you look at where they've ended this major road, there's nothing out here. At least that you can see. You know, and you go down and it's like this is just, it's just been stripped and cut away, and it's so bright it can't even, there's no detail. And like I said, these grids go on and on and on and on. You know, you would think there would be buildings and cities and all sorts of stuff. And then all of a sudden you'll see these equidistant, it almost looks like a computer chip, a huge, large computer chip. And then once in a while you'll see these dark ones. I mean, clear. Okay, so that's water. So there's just a couple of perfectly square pools out here in the middle of all of these strange, perfectly cut squares with one thing in the middle of them. And these go on forever out here. It's like they have some major big plan for this nondescript desert out in this place called Rincón de los Sauces, I guess is... Oh, Willow Corner? Really? I mean, I don't even understand the concept here of what's going on. I mean, okay, so this is a volcano, and I suppose these are just buildings and... But why all the grid work? This would have taken years to do this, to cut these perfect like this. And they're everywhere, and you don't see them until you zoom way in. All these grid lines. I don't know if these are little paths or roads. I mean, but they're definitely there. And they are all over the place. So, I don't know. It's just kind of freaky to me, I guess. Given how remote this is. I mean, I suppose it could be... Okay, this says oil refinery over here. This is a refinery? So are you saying these are all oil wells? That can't possibly be. There would have to be more infrastructure than that. But even so that's a hell of a lot of oil for Argentina. If they have plans to pull oil out of all of these areas they have gridded off. Why they would need that, I'm sure somebody can explain it for me, but why they would need to be in these perfect squares like this all throughout these mountains is beyond me. So, something I thought a lot of folks might like to see. Strange places in the world. So, we'll leave it there, I guess. I mean, that's all I really wanted to show everyone. It's just an odd structure or group of structures out here in the middle of Argentina. If these truly are, these are all rigs. These are all oil rigs out here in the middle of Argentina. Just amazing to see from space. And boy, if a volcano would blow near one of these, can you imagine the mess? I mean, I doubt it's going to happen, but that you can see them in this kind of a pattern and striation from space, I think is pretty amazing. And what they got going on over here, I don't know, but Rincón de los Sauces translates into Willow Corner in Argentina, fairly near to this place called Nevados de Chillán, where there has been an orange alert for a possible eruption and earthquake. So we will leave it there. Happy Saturday night. Like, share, subscribe.